Spoken word 14. Whose servant are you? Luke chapter 17, verse 7 to 8. Luke chapter 17, verse 7 to 8. And which of you, having a servant plowing or tending sheep, will say to him, when he has come in from the field, come at once and sit down to eat? But will he not rather say to him, prepare something for my supper, and gird yourself and serve me till I have eaten and drunk, and afterward will eat and drink? During my tenure as the president of our campus fellowship, I became very busy with the ministerial duties. Consequently, my personal devotions and disciplines began to suffer for it. At the end of most days, I was often exhausted to spend time with God privately, as I used to do previously in the late evenings. A question from the Lord, whose servant are you? And an explanation of Luke chapter 17, verse 7 to 8 by Christian author Watchman Nee silenced every excuse for my lack of consistent personal devotion with him. The message of this verse is that a servant has no excuse not to attend to his master after returning from the field. The master knows fully well the servant just returned from the field, but is to attend to him before he, the servant, serves himself, as eat, drink, or rest. It doesn't matter how tiresome the work of the day was, he must minister to his master before taking any rest. Interesting insight, isn't it? It may appear too harsh, but don't lose sight of the real message. We must not misplace our priorities. Our first commitment is to God before people. If for the sake of the ministry, our work with God is suffering, we need to make certain adjustments. Our usefulness lies in sitting first to receive strength and instruction before carrying out true service. We will lose relevance and miss God's current agenda if we neglect our work with Him. We will then begin to operate in the flesh, fighting and struggling to push our own plans through rather than God's purposes. What will hold our lives, family, churches, and nations together in its place is our personal devotion to God. This should run supreme and be topmost of our agenda. Painfully, we will need to make sacrifices and let go of certain good things that are acting as distractions or hindrances. Let's remember, we are first His servant before anything else. Whose servant are you? You are God's. For reflection, A. How is your relationship with God after assuming your recent appointment or portfolio? B. What adjustments do you need to make to maintain a vibrant relationship with God? Thank you. Amen.